Take a break with teachersub.com. Quality video lessons ready when you need them.
Hello, Writing Wizards, and welcome back to Master Cursive with Colors, where each stroke is a sprinkle of fun. I'm Miss Jackie, and so happy to create cursive magic with you today. This lesson will continue with the cursive lowercase letters of F, H, and K. The past lessons had you start with big rainbow writing movements, and then you moved on to medium size, and today that will change to smaller sized movements. Now before we can start, make sure you have all the supplies ready for the lesson. You need one big dark marker, and you can use any dark marker that you'd like. You also need page 27 from your Master Cursive with Colors workbook. If you need to gather your supplies, you can pause the video now and go get them. I'll wait here until you get back. Well, practice makes permanent, so let's get to it. Here we have all the supplies for workbook page 27. All we need today is one chunky marker. Any color will do. I'm using red. Let's start with a we do. This is the third page in our lesson, so we now know that letters F, H, and K all loop, all turn to the left. They all start on the baseline. F turns right, and H has a hill, and K has an egg-shaped loop, and there's lots that goes on, but we are not going to mark them, as we should know by now the proper formation. So let's take our marker and just write our name at the very top. My name is Miss Jackie. Please write your given name. And then it asks us to copy the sample and write a certain amount of times. It looks like we are going to be able to do about 6 times for each independent letter, and then when we get to the 3 in a row, we'll be able to do that 4 times. So I'm just going to write 4-6. So we're going to write them 4 to 6 times. All right, so please make sure you've written your name and you have 4 to 6 times, and I believe that we can just go right on to the we do. So let's go to the very first letter, F. Please tilt your paper in whatever direction is correct for you. And since I'm a righty, this is my way. Let's put our marker at the very start of F. We are going to come up and turn left, and then go down and turn right. We're going to close that loop and then pull away toward the baseline. If you'd like, you can still make your left and right arrows if that is helpful to you. So now let's move on to the very next start dot, and we're going to loop our upward stroke to the left. We're going to come straight down, and then we are going to turn right and meet those lines where they have crossed, and then pull down, touch the baseline for a connector. Well done. Let's do the next one. Upward stroke to the top line, turn left, go below the baseline, turn right, connect where all the letters have crossed, and then pull away and touch the baseline. Remember, our marker never lifts up once we start. Upstroke to the top, turn left, below the baseline, turn right, touch where all the lines have intersected, and then pull away for a connector. Well done. Please finish that row on your own, and I will work while you work. Even though I've been writing over 40 years, I still see that I have a big variation, and that's okay. I'm going to look for the one that I think is the best. The top loop should be fairly balanced with the bottom loop. However, I think the bottom loop is just slightly bigger. It can be almost the same, and if I look around here, I think this one is probably my best one. And please pick yours. All right. Now we are going to move down to the next row with letter H. Please place your marker right where letter H starts. Now, these always seem impossible until it is done, but we can do it together. So let's do an upstroke to the top line and turn left. Come straight down to the baseline and then hop back up to the midline, make a hill and roll down to the baseline. Well done. If you like, you can still make yourself a little left turn arrow if that will help you to remember. Here we go to the first dot all on our own. Upstroke to the top line, turn left, come straight down to the baseline. Now I'm going to hop up to where those lines cross and then reach for the midline for my hill and come down. All right, let's do one more together. Upstroke, turn left, straight down to the baseline, hop up and push that hill to the midline and then down with a curving connector. I think you are ready to finish the row, and I will work while you work. How did you do? I look at all of my H's. I don't want them to be too wide. I don't want them to be too narrow. You want it to be just right. And for me, I think that's the one I have in the middle. Please mark yours. And I think we are ready to move down to letter K. And here we go. Let's place our marker on the starting spot, and we're going to go upstroke to the top line, turn left, come straight down just like H. We're going to hop back up, but instead of making a hill, we make an oval egg shape, close that, and then pull out and down for our connector. If you'd like to make a left turn for your K, just to remind you, you can do that. All right, here we go. With no tracer, upstroke to the top line, turn left, come down, and now hop up, but at the midline we're going to close it with an oval and then follow that out and roll down toward the baseline. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to really try to show you how this is going to go. Loop straight down, hop back up, I make an oval circular shape, I follow that down and roll off the baseline for a connector. We'll do one of these together again because they are quite tricky. So upstroke and loop to the baseline, hop up, make an oval shape, and then follow that down toward the baseline and pull out. Now I would like you to finish the rest of the row. How did you do? When I look at my row of K's, again, you can make a K very wide. It almost looks like a capital R. So you don't want it too wide and you don't want it too narrow. You want it just right. And if I look at all of my, I think this one's pretty good. It might be a little narrow, but I like it. Okay, and now we are ready to go from one to the other to the next one. That's a lot of looping and turning and hopping and closing. So please do this with me. Are you ready? Let's go loop up and turn left for F, and then come down, turn right, close it, and pull out with a connector. Nice. Now right up to an H, where we upstroke, turn left, come to the baseline, hop up, touch that midline, and then make a nice hill that rolls down to the baseline. And our last one, which is upward stroke to the top, loop left, touch the baseline, hop back up, make an oval, close it, and then follow out. Well done. Now, we are going to do an F, H, and K, and then we have one left for any letter you would choose. So let's do that together. Ready? Make an F, and then an H, and then a K. And please do the last one on your own. Any letter you'd like. Which one is the trickiest for you? Why don't you try that one? I wrote another K. Some kids have a really difficult time with F because you turn one way and then you turn another and you don't want to go the wrong way. So looking at your paper, pick one of the best ones you made on the lowercase. And I actually like my F right there. How did you do? Nice job. High five, handwriting heroes. You gave it your all and it really shows. Today we practice smaller letter formations in just the right size. Keep practicing by copying more pages from today's lesson and working on your own until each letter feels just right. Remember, every time you practice, you grow your abilities and confidence. And did you know that every time you try, your brain gets a little brighter? So keep writing, keep smiling, and we'll see you next time for more cursive fun. See you soon.